guys, welcome back to another book review. Today I want to talk about A Fall of Ruin and Wrath. This one actually, again, by Jennifer Armentrout. If you know anything about me, you know I actually like this author. I really enjoy her work, and this one is going to be no different. This is the Owl Crate version, so if you're seeing, oh my god, this version is so pretty, and I haven't seen that one, that is because this is the Owl Crate Special Edition version, and that's why. So I love it. I bought it. This was actually the first book I had bought myself. If anybody knows, I did not start buying myself books until last October. I have tons of kids and books are expensive. And so I had decided, you know, I was like, I'm going to start collecting books again, because I had gotten rid of my books, donated a lot of my books and whatnot, because I had little kids and they were terrible and they were hard on them. And so I'd rather give them away to someone else who would appreciate them rather than let little kids tear them apart. And as we know, I have 4 kids. They're all older, but my youngest is only 10. So it took a little while to get to that point. When you have one, your oldest is 17 and your youngest is 10. I, for a long time, could only do e-reads. That's all I could do for a really long time. So I'm really grateful that now I get to actually pick up books. So sorry with the story time. Let's go on. I'm rambling. Let's talk about this one. So this one, I had it sitting on my shelf since October. I just recently got to this one. So bummed. Like I said, this one was the first one I bought myself in October. The very first book I started buying myself when I started buying books again. So it's going to have a special place in my heart anyways, but I love her work, and I didn't know anything about it. All I saw was the author when I got on and ordered, and I'm like, I love her work. I love Blood and Ash. I love A Fire in the Flesh, or a Flesh and Fire series, sorry. That sequel, prequel, whatever, to prequel to Blood and Ash. I love it all. I love it. So I just like her work, and I had read another one by her. I forget what it's called. I think it's the Harbinger series. I'll have to double check that one. But I've read another series. Point is I've read several series by her. Love her work. And this one is no different. I felt like this one actually moved at a much quicker pace than what I was expecting. I expect, like, her books sometimes start out slower because of how complex her world building is. This one did not for me. I know a lot of people, I've seen mixed reviews on this one. This one I did not feel like really started out slow at all. I felt like this one was very quick from the beginning. Sorry, I have a cold. So some of the stuff I'm going to say picking up from this one would be slow burn, enemies to lovers. There's a lot of secrets. There is kind of like, there's just a lot that goes on this one. A lot of things that I did not expect to happen happened. Of course, there's some like twists in there. I really like the male main character. He's very, very morally gray. He's not a little morally gray. He is very morally gray. I'm going to tell you that right now. And he kind of, I like to, they tease each other a lot. And he really messes with her and teases with her and like really gets her riled up. And I think that is actually my favorite thing in the book was that there is some mild spice in it. It's not overly spicy, but it is an adult book and it does have spice in it. Just gonna leave it there. And it starts, the spice actually starts pretty soon. Like I said, it is a slow burn where they kind of fight feelings, but there is a very obvious attraction between the love interests. So let's go from there. I'm gonna do a quick overview. Female main character, she's got some special abilities. Sorry, I was thinking about it. She's got some special abilities that she keeps hidden. She was an orphan and whatnot, and she had met a special highborn, and it's kind of a breed of like people creature. I don't know what you want to really call it. Once you read the book, you can kind of, it gives more detail on it. But a breed creature, she met one of them when she was in an orphanage, and now she's an adult, and she hears somebody say, over talking about how they're going to, a highborn, and so she's like, I can't let this happen. She gets involved. There's like her sixth sense tells her, you need to go. You can't let this happen. So she does, and everything hits the fan from that point on. Their lives are now entrenched together. And she's like fighting feelings for him, and he's just like, wait, I shouldn't like you, but I do. There's just a lot. And like I said, and you're probably thinking, oh my gosh, she gave away so much books. No, I didn't. I gave away like the first chapter and a half, and that was it. There is so much that goes on in this. And then at the ending of the book, I'm just going to tell you right now, it leaves you on a cliffhanger. Like, I close the book and I'm like, when's book 2 coming out? Because you can't leave me on that. And she did. And I know the rumor has it she wants to finish the Flesh and Fire series, and she wants to finish Blood and Ash first. That's a rumor. I don't know if it's true, but that's what the rumor mill is saying. So I don't even know when book 2 on this is going to come out. But I hooked it. I devoured it, read it quick. Crazy. Like I said, the big one on this one that was me that was carried was the banter. Again, I think she writes beautiful banter. I just think it's the way she did. This is going to be fantasy romance. obviously, so if you are a big fan of hers and that sounds interesting to have an adventure to where there's two creatures, highborn, lowborns, and whatnot, and them having to interact and some kind of like special abilities that she has to hide and, you know, could really get her in trouble because she shouldn't really even exist or be the way she is, then for sure check this one out because I loved it and I think you might too.